Thank you.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Dear colleagues, we are all here for the same reason, for democracy. It has many ways of implementation and many ways of expression, but the main and the only way is to go forward, is to go towards the democracy. In many member states, different steps are being done during this period, but especially I would like to draw your attention to the constitutional referendum in Azerbaijan. This is not the issue between our two countries, but the problem for the Council of Europe. If there is a state among us which makes huge steps back from the democracy, what should we do here in the cradle of democracy? The opinion by the Council of Europe's constitutional law experts, the Venice Commission, criticizing modification to the constitutions of Azerbaijan, which was put to the referendum on 26th of September, can be considered very strict. As the Venice Commission targets many proposed amendments severely upsetting the balance of power by giving unprecedented powers to the President. For example, the extension of the presidential mandate, reducing age border for President and MPs, as well as the introduction of the figure of so-called unelected Vice Presidents appointed by the President, etc. The Venice Commission is also concerned about issues relating to the human rights. The Commission criticises the fact that, although permitted by the current procedure for modifying the Constitution, and the draft was put to the referendum directly, without any involvement of the Parliament. The Commission is also concerned about the limitation clauses, in particular those which may affect the freedom of speech, the freedom of assembly and the freedom of associations. According to the made modifications, the role of President weakens affected the independence of the judiciary, since Parliament's role in the approval of judges will be reduced. It should be noted that Azerbaijan didn't cooperate with the Venice Commission in the process of implementation of modification. By the letter of 6 September, the chair of the Parliamentary Assembly of Council of Europe, on behalf of the Bureau of the PASE, requested the opinion of Venice Commission on the draft modification to the Constitution of Azerbaijan. As you see, there is only 20 days to read it. Regardless of the criticism, the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe has sent a 7-member assessment mission. Dear colleagues, I really wonder, how can Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, by its presence at the election day, legitimize this referendum? How can PASE observers have any opinion on election day without looking into the content of voted document? What does it mean to discuss Venice Commission conclusion post factum after the constitution has been already voted? Is this the real form of the true democracy? I'm sure not. Is this the values of Europe family? I'm sure not. And will it bring us to the establishing of democratic and free society? I'm sure not. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Karapetyan.